Man, y'all hated me on my last video with PSA's submission. So I've got another video for you. Now, again, this one, just like my last one, I've already seen I've already seen what I got. Now, this stack of cards was more like throwing hope at the wall. Like I didn't expect them to come back perfect or anything like that. I'm not disappointed. I mean, I was excited for a couple of them, but I kind of expected them to be kind of harder to grade because I went for cards that weren't guaranteed to get, but the return on the possibility could possibly be much higher. But I'll tell you right now, it did not work out for me. So let's go ahead and jump into this. And of course, if you would be willing to subscribe, hit the bell notification, do all that good stuff. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So I'm enjoying these. I still have another handful of submissions. We'll get to those whenever they come back. And like I said before, I've got probably 200 cards right now stacked up and ready to go. They're a little bit more subjected to me looking at them much harder than this stack, because this stack, like I said, it was just kind of like throwing. It's mostly on the front, and you can tell. So, but I'm going to go ahead and mix them up so they're not like all in this like perfect order of everything that I've looked at. So I probably should have done this before, but let's just let's put these on the bottom, those on top. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's take a look. All right. And if I sold them all, I would still come out positive. Not by much. Let's go ahead and go into them. All right. So the side duck. So the left to right actually looks good. Top to bottom looks pretty good. The back, let's take a look. See if we can get a decent view. I don't think there's a whole lot of whitening on the back. There's some right there. Very little though. The left to right on the back looks pretty good. So I must have missed something on this one, like really missed something, because this one got an 8. The borders, the borders look good on here. The actual front looks good. One of those little eye things. I don't have like a full-on microscope. I have like a thing that I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like a jeweler's thing, to see if it's like pure or something like that. But I really thought this would be 9, 10, 9 minimum. But it is what it is. So we got 1/8 right there. So we got some Japanese cards in here too. So the Machoke, I think this one, it looks really good, generally speaking. I don't see any major whiting or anything, not on the borders or anything like that. But this one came back in 9. I do think that this one could still get a 10. And the reason why I say that is because I have cards that are 10s that should probably be 9s or lower. So I really do think it's just the person grading it. Some people are a little more stringent. Some people are less stringent on their decisions and stuff like that, depending on what area they're looking at. So I think this could be a 10. I'm not going to break it out. I'm going to sell it as is. I'm fine with it. It is what it is. There's not a lot of value to it, so we're just going to let it roll like that. So we got an 8 and then a 9. And then let's see here. So let's just, okay, see, why did I see? Now this is on me. Oh yeah. So I kind of sent these in kind of on a whim because these PSA 10s are worth like $120, and I didn't look at them hard. I just kind of wanted to see if I could get away with some stuff. That is terrible. I don't even remember it being that bad though. I think I would have checked a little bit better on these, but I did not like go in depth on these because I was just hoping more than anything. That looks terrible. If I saw that, I wouldn't have sent this in. So on this one, Celebrations Elite Trainer box. Now I did pay $2 for this card. I bought 3 of these cards, so we're gonna have 3 of these, and so there was a $2 cost into that. So, but let's see what we got. An 8. See, I would figure that right there would have probably done a little worse. See, that's where I don't get it. Like, I think this looks worse than my 8s over here. Let's see here. Let's pull out one. Yeah, this 8. Like, I think this one looks like a 7 more than an 8. And I think this one looks more like a 9 over an 8. So, it's just, I think it's just different graders. I think different graders have different standards. Or they, that's why I'm kind of looking forward to maybe more AI standard grading. Now, it would probably be harder to get good grades, but those good grades would be perfect. And then we're back to an English card, or I think they call them international. White there, white definitely there. A little bit of white there. What is this one? Okay, so here's another Greninja. So let's just see. A 7. See, I think this one, I think that is way more egregious. And the front, and I don't think there's any lines. That's one thing I did check. Yeah, there's no lines in the hollow foil. Still a cool card. I don't care. Like I said, I was throwing these up on against the wall, trying to see if anything would stick. But these two definitely didn't. So let's go on to the next one. Let's see here. No white. I'm pretty sure the left to right. I always check left to right because that's really easy. It takes 2 seconds to look. You can usually tell because the PSA has a real open, like, they're probably the easiest when it comes to left to centering. Okay, so here's the third Greninja. This one got a 9, and it looks like it deserves a 9 based off of the other two, so I'm not really upset. Like, I'm not upset with it at all. These are hard to grade because these are just like the Sword and Shield style cards, and of course this is based off of much older cards, and so they still have a little bit of difficulty when it comes to grading and stuff. So that's why a $2 card is worth $100 if it comes back at 10, because the odds are much lower. So just kind of one of those things. Now then, all right, so we got another Japanese card. All right, so this one is straight from V-Star Universe. I actually pulled that on video when I did my last V-Star video, which was probably about a month ago or so. But let's take a look. There you go. I got a 10. That's a beautiful card. I'll be sad when it sells, but these are for sale. Very seldom do I keep cards that I... Well, actually, I take that back. I get certain cards graded for me to keep, but I always say which ones those are. Like, we got one more Japanese card. I think this is the last Japanese card. The Lucario V-Star Universe, which is, in English, this is actually a promo card. What's funny is if you get those promo cards in 10s, I think they're like a $40, $50 card. It's actually worth grading, especially if you are planning on flipping it. This one, I want to say, is only like a $30 card, or let me see here. Yeah, I think it's about a $40 card. So there you go. I was about to say the Chinese. The Japanese just do it so much better. And then we've got, okay. If you're a hater, you're going to hate no matter what. This card has very little. In fact, we sat down and tried to figure out why it got the grade it did. This is a collector, so I don't care really about the grade. I'm a little disappointed, but I don't really care because this isn't going to be for my collection. I just wanted it to be sealed. I love the artwork. I think it's fantastic. Plus, these tag teams are hard to grade. I think there's like no whitening there, none there, nothing there, nothing there. The borders are good. Now, I bought this one. I selected it out of the ones that I wanted to look at. I paid $20 for the card itself, and it's worth just that at a PSA 4. Very good / excellent. Yep. I don't really, the only thing that we could visually tell is kind of right there, but that looks more like a miscut, does it not? I don't know. I don't have anything to compare that to. But either way, like I said, don't really care. I love this card. One day it will be worth quite a bit more as far as value goes. But as a collector's piece, I love it. So I don't care. Don't care at all. Last card. Okay. Again, this is another one of those that I threw up against the wall. It's just a promo from, I believe, it was an older one from 2000. Tough to grade. Knew that the odds of me actually pulling, getting a 10 was going to be much higher. Whiting there. I can't tell if that's got whiting. No whiting there. A little bit right there. Actually, a lot of bit right there. None right there. So this was just me hoping. $16 is worth it when it's, you never know. Somebody's like, I'm quitting. I'm going to give everybody 10s. I'll take it. You know, you just never know. So we got a 7 on this card. And this one is actually worth about, I got 2 7s. So one is worth one is worth the other. So I don't even know. Probably about $20 as well. But still, it's a great card if you're a Mew collector and you're not worried about lower PSAs and you can buy a decent card for a decent price. It's just a cute card. I like it. So yeah, this return was about as bad as it gets. Let me actually do this. Flip these around. Yeah, I bought each of these for $2. And I bought this one from 20 from all the same guy. He had them in a box, so they weren't in like great condition. And he gave me an option to look through these. I might buy a couple more of these just to see if I can get a better grade. And then I'll sell the 2 worst grades. But yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me how dumb I am for trying to get these Greninjas to grade well. Because I got up to a 9. This 10 I think is worth I want to say around $110. So it would have justified it with the grading cost and the purchase cost of these 3 if one came back a 10. So, but I think this one is still worth $20 as a 9 or something like that. I'll be able to give you all the numbers in the actual video. So, but guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you can hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And with that being said, I didn't do that right at all. I guess I should just put this one up top. And now we got them from worst to best as far as grades go. But I love that card. But with that being said, peace.